It's that time. New products. New products. New products. New products.
Yep.
New products. Okay. So here's what we're doing. I'll handle the first two. MagPi.
Yes.
Latest issues. We got them.
Okay.
We got them. You want to show them?
Yes, we have. I think we have like every issue now.
We're getting
And
close.
I was actually surprised. I thought, yeah, people can read them online. People actually want physical copies of these magazines. I think we are the only distributors of the magazine in the U.S.
That's correct.
So if you're in the U.S. or
Well,
North
people like to
America,
support the MagPi. It's made
It's a great
on the
magazine.
Pi
It's
for
made
the
on a
Pi.
Pi.
Yeah.
Isn't that incredible?
On the Pi for the
And
Pi.
it looks really good too.
Yeah.
So open source magazine. You can also download the PDF if you wish, but
Yeah.
The magazines are quite beautiful. With lots of full color photos and ads and
Yeah.
tutorials and projects.
If you like Adafruit stuff, a lot of Adafruit stuff shows up in there, so that's why we like stocking it.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, speaking of Pi stuff, we've got one of the most sought after accessories recently.
Yeah. So this is the new audio card. And this is kind of an interesting audio.
Wolfson.
From Wolfson, yeah. So this is an interesting card. And the codec on it. So it uses an I2S codec. You can kind of see this little wavy chip in the middle there. And it's I2S, not I2C. I2C is what usually sensors and other small devices use. I2S is an audio protocol, which is streaming 24-bit audio. So this is, it's kind of like an audio super fun board. There's a lot of Pi add-ons. I don't always carry them. I usually try them out, and not all of them sort of pass muster. This one I actually thought was a fairly well-designed one and useful. It's really handy if you want to do SPDIF. If you want to drive speakers directly, it has a speaker driver. I believe it can do 4 ohm, 2 watts. So our speakers in the store work very well with this. Line in and headset and line out. But just to be super clear, you need a Rev 2 Model A or Model B because it has these pogo pins that plug into the P5 header, which does not exist on the Rev 1. There's also an onboard MEMS microphone. You can sort of see it in the corner there. All the way in the corner it says D-Mic, and there's a little like silver thing. So it's a MEMS microphone. If you just want to play like music, like you're making a radio or like AirPlay server or whatever, and you just want to play music, and you actually don't need this. This is a pretty intense audiophile quality sound card. We have a USB sound card in the store that's like $5. That might be good for you. You can get this one. This one will totally do the job. Just like be aware of some people who are like, oh, like I don't necessarily want to spend another $35 on a sound card. You can get away with a $5 sound card. But if you are hardcore, you want to drive speakers directly, you want to do SPDIF, you want to do like all sorts of crazy.
I'm gonna play my
codec
vinyl
stuff.
record through this thing.
Yeah, if you want to connect your vinyl records and your tube amplifier and like get a tubby low end.
I've got wooden knobs because I want to make sure. Yeah.
This is
Okay.
this is your thing. Actually, this is a very good quality sound card, but it's kind of intense. So there's something for everybody. This is advanced. We also have less advanced.
Okay. Next up,
Chat up.
what are these?
Oh, this is a little breakout board for the 5050 LEDs. We have a couple of 5050 LEDs in the store. We have them both RGB style and yellow, white style, like a cool white and warm white or something, 5050 LEDs. 5050 LEDs are these sort of large, ultra bright LEDs. There's usually 3 LED elements inside of them. You can see I'm holding one up with tweezers. And this little breakout just lets you plug it into a breadboard. You get 10 of these little breakout boards in a kit. If you're experimenting with NeoPixel's WS2812, either B or S type, this is a really handy little board to do it with. You solder it on yourself, super easy. I'm always messing around with 5050 LEDs now, so I actually made these for me. And I was like, hey, maybe other people want them too. So comes in back. Get 10.
Next up, look at this. You get your own little mini USB breakout.
I also have a mini USB breakout.
Maybe.
I'm also using this all the time for prototyping, and I was like, this would be pretty handy for other people as well. It is a very compact Mini-B jack that we have it soldered onto a PCB. Comes with a little piece of header. We assemble and test it here, and it breaks out all 5 pins: ground, ID pin, data plus, data minus, differential, and 5 volts. If you have a microcontroller that it can act as a USB client, like some PICs, some LPCs, even some AVRs, such like the Atmega 32U4 and such, you may need to put a jack on it. This will let you put a USB-B jack on it.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty straightforward.
Moving right along.
Also great for if you just want to have 5 volt power into something. You know, you can get 5 volt power from USB very easily.
Okay, faster radiator. We got vibration sensors.
Yes, we have vibration sensors in 2 types. And this is the fast type.
Only if we had a cutaway photo. Oh, wait, we do.
We do. This is me. I sawed into it. So as you can tell, this sensor has 2 legs. Hey, can you make me go away for a second?
I'm going to make you go away for a second.
So see on the top right, there's 2 legs. One is sort of in the middle and one which is sort of a stiff metal. And then there's one thin metal that's kind of golden colored and coming off. And then they can bring me back if you want.
You're back.
And then these go into this casing, which I've cut open. Usually it's sealed, so it's like weather resistant. I don't know if it's like waterproof, but you can probably put it outside. And inside, what happens is that the inner pin is a straight metal pin. And on the outer pin, it's actually a thin piece of wire, and it's coiled into a spring that is perfectly centered over that middle pin. And so you can imagine what happens if you hit this vibration sensor. The spring metal will touch the middle pin, and you can detect that as motion. So this is very similar to a tilt ball sensor. In fact,
maybe like a microphone too, sort of maybe. No?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, usually microphones have a piezo element, which is a mechanical electro component. This is actually purely mechanical.
All physical.
This is only on-off.
Wow.
So when you vibrate or you move it, it'll hit. So this is different than a tilt sensor, because a tilt sensor is better detecting orientation. Now, if you smack a tilt sensor, chances are it'll move enough so that the tilt sensor, the ball will bounce and it will make contact. But this is actually a true vibration sensor. This is used in a lot of low-cost sensing. I mean, these are cheap. They're only $1. So if you're just trying to detect motion, instead of an accelerometer, you may be able to use this.
Yeah.
And then we also have...
Yeah, so we have some other photos of this, but we also have the smaller one, right?
We have the smaller one, and this is basically the same, but it uses a stiffer wire. So you can see the wire is much stiffer. This one is very hard to trigger. So, you know, if you want to measure, like, you know, you're on a bike and you want to measure potholes, this would be a better one.
This
you
one?
Because you wouldn't be able to... just basic motion isn't enough. You have to really hit it. So I have this quick demo.
Can this measure cats walking around on stuff? Someone wants to know. This one?
Yeah, I mean, if this was attached to a cat, it would definitely detect it. I have a demo, and I'll even show how sensitive these are.
Okay, let's
so they vary quite widely.
Okay, let's go to the
sensitivity.
demo.
So first up, I'll connect up the easy one, and I just actually have the Mini-B Breakout here. You can see, and then I connect it to power and ground to a LED that I'm going to use to detect, and then this is the vibration sensor. So I'm just going to connect it as a switch. Just give me 1 second. Between ground and here. And then you
look at that.
Whenever I hit it.
Earthquake.
And I don't have to hit it very hard. Like, I'm really just tapping it. It's quite sensitive. We might get one that later that's sort of in between, but this is very sensitive. But if nothing's happening, or if I move it very slowly, you actually have to give it a bit of a tap.
Yeah.
So that's the fast vibration sensor. That's the sensitive one. And the nice thing is that unlike a tilt ball sensor, you know, you can be in any orientation. Okay, and then we have the slow, difficult to, more difficult one to trigger. So let me hook this one up. So this one's actually really hard to trigger.
You can't do it.
I'm going to try to do it. I got it working before. Yeah, so you have to really
you can do it.
Flick the heck out of it.
Okay, you're strong.
But it is quite difficult to trigger, but it might be good because you want to get like maybe like 3 or to 5G or something of force.
And I see what you did there. You used a little breakout for power for this.
Yeah.
Oh, you're putting these things together. I see.
For basic sensing, I think a lot of people want the fast one, but it is quite sensitive if you're in a situation where you want to, like, you know, you want to have a basketball and you want to detect when the basketball hits the ground and you want to put it inside, or like a tennis ball when the tennis ball gets hit. Like, these are some basic sensing, you know, this would be too sensitive because any motion will set it off.
Okay. Radiator, we're not done. We still got more.
No, but that was kind of the toughest demo.
All right, so this is handy.
This is a JST SMT part. We actually use this in all our production. We use this on the floor in Gemma. You've seen it. But we also selling it because right now the trinket on the back, you can solder this in to battery power your trinket, which I thought was really handy. Also useful in general when people want to connect our LiPo batteries to something. So this is the surface mount part that we use. That's kind of handy. We just sell it individually. You can also get from DigiKey or Mauser, but some people just want to get it all together in one order.
I believe in the chat tonight is Mike, who rates all the amazing Trinket tutorials on the Adafruit learning system. Hi, Mike.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think he's there. So
Okay.
this one's for you.
These are nice photos. So you can see, this, and these are genuine JSTs. We use only genuine JST connectors.
Yeah.
Which means that when you use our batteries, they snap in and they snap out and they don't tear. So you don't have to worry about that. It's a very nice connection.
Yep, genuine parts are important nowadays, from what I understand. Okay, we got two more big products. We got two big products we got to get through, Lady Ada.
Yeah.
Can you do this?
This is the 2.8-inch TFT I talked about. So this is a breakout for this display. It comes with a MicroSD. It's a full-color display. You can connect to this with SPI, 4-pin SPI, which is very common for almost any microcontroller. And if you have a microcontroller with a bunch of pins, you can use 8-bit mode, so it does both. And this is a replacement for the discontinued version that we used to have that only did 8-bit mode. Now we have 8-bit or SPI. And also, if you're using SPI, you can also load images. You can show one of those nice cats or something.
Well, I just have the ones that we have here.
Okay, can you show the one with the flower?
The one with the flower, yeah.
So you can load images off of the SD card. So this is actually a photo that we took of flowers on this way. So it's actually quite a beautiful display. It also has a touchscreen, and I can just quickly demo it over here.
I just want to do a shout out. You know who's also in the audience tonight? K-Town.
K-Town.
K-Town. Wait, let me
Okay.
got to do the K-Town. K-Town. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Hi, Kevin.
This is the touch screen, and so I'm going to use the SPI side, and this is connected to an Arduino, and I was demoing it earlier. But this is just a basic touchscreen demo to show you can use touch, and you can draw like little squigglies and stuff. So this is just our demo for the touch screen. It has a resistive touch screen. It's a great basic display. It's very bright. We use the same TFT module in the Pi TFT and our TFT Shield. So it's like well tested. It's really great. And we'll also be selling the TFT separately later for people who want it. But this is very good because it breaks out all the pins for you that you need.
Next up, last but not least, in fact, this is one of my favorite new products that you've come up with. It was requested. We were working on it all along. Here it is, the 60 LED NeoPixel ring. Oh my God.
Oh my God, Becky. Look at those NeoPixels.
Yeah, so
They
this
are
is
just
it.
so big.
Yeah, so I guess I'll go to the screen here.
Yeah, so this is the NeoPixel ring. Here,
It's incredible.
pull this over here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just running the basic. It's running off of a Trinket. I've got the Trinket demo, and it's like super bright. And you can sort of have your face. You can put it through your cat through it, which we did. We put MOSFET through it.
We did put MOSFET through one NeoPixel ring.
So the deal with this ring is to make it not as expensive, we actually have the PCB cut in 4, and you solder the 4 pieces together. And we do this because actually getting a PCB manufactured this big, like there's all this wasted space on the inside.
Not a
and
good idea.
It's kind of, you can put stuff in it, but it gets complicated in like inventory management. So basically we just have quarter pieces. It also means you can make like a sine wave if you want to. It's kind of neat.
Yeah.
So can you show what?
Yeah,
one
I'm
quarter
going to
piece?
show the different pieces.
Okay.
So this
let's
is
look
what
at
it's all
that.
together. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're probably saying, but what do I get when I order one?
When you order one of these items, you get a quarter piece. $10, you get 1/4 piece, and it has 15 LEDs on it. And then what you do is you get 4 of these, and you solder them in the back. You see it says ground.
Yeah.
You connect them together, and then you have a full ring. And then one quarter, you don't solder the D into the D out, and then that's where you pipe your data into.
Yeah.
And then you have a slim ring. 60 LEDs, perfect for a clock, maybe.
Yeah. We can't wait till you see what this do with this. We were asked by a lot of people who are doing really cool projects if you only had a 60 one. So we're like, okay, just wait. Yeah.
It's not. It's real. It's not like a green screen.
It's really right.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. So that was new products, everybody.